Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here, back with the next part of What If Naruto joined the Anbu. And before continuing this part, I have an announcement. I will be uploading 3 more movies before moving on to the series that I am creating with the help of you guys and your suggestions. I really appreciate your help. I am creating this series, don't worry, I will be uploading that as well, and the other series I promised. But I will be continuing the others as well that I have been continuing on my channel alongside it. So as for the 3 movies, well, 2 of them are your guys' recommendation, or at least 2 guys' recommendation. One, it is What If Naruto was Madara's incarnation, and What If Naruto was Aunt Commander or something like that. So yeah, I will be uploading these 3 movies before moving on to the series, so I hope you don't mind. And yeah, if you haven't, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Then please do if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's continue with our story. Jinchuriki training area. 2 days later, Naruto lay on earth, wood binds covering him while he panted. Skin was slowly regrowing as even the 15 seconds in the four tails equated to his outer skin burning off. 4 tails is obviously too much for now. We'll go slow, then and build up from the bottom until we figure out why 4 tails had the violent of reaction. Tenzo said from his sitting position. Jiraiya was off to the side. Naruto nodded in agreement, but the sage frowned. He could control that much with practice, Jiraiya claimed. It was his idea to make Naruto ask Kurama for more chakra than the 1.5 tails he could use at any time without problems. The result? A mini QB, Naruto letting off a primal roar and almost ripping Tenzo's throat out. Why can't I control 4 tails? He asked Kurama. The fox grunted. You haven't passed the next stage. Until then, the 3 tails will be your max. What the next stage is, I won't tell you at this point, Kurama growled. Naruto scowled. Why not? You are not ready, and you're most definitely not worthy. What do I have to do then? I'm not sure. Now leave me alone, human. Naruto winced at the slightest. When Kurama went to human, he was on his breaking point. Only flashback or damn human were worse. Deciding to let the fox cool from whatever had him in a bad mood, Naruto turned towards his bickering teachers. And I say that if I loosened the seal, he'd be able to use more tail without the backlash. No, to do so would be foolish. Naruto is my responsibility, and the Hokage wouldn't approve of messing with the seal. Tenzo barked back. He should force the power and will it to him, not succumb to its rage. It's not the seal that at fault, but his resolve, I'd say. What do you know? Kushina-sama only accessed a tail worth of chakra in the most dire of circumstances, and Konoha has never trained another Jinchuriki. Our spies are digging on any information of how Kumo does it, but until then, we proceed with caution. Listen, boy, I'm a seal master, so it would be fine, and I'm the captain who says no. Well, I'm his godfather, hardly. His family is his squad, not a man who abandoned him. Silence rang out from the last statement. Jiraiya looked as if he was struck, while Danzo fumed at the man's audacity to suggest tampering with the most complex seal in existence. Naruto takes the silence as the chance to speak. Kurama says I have to pass the next stage, whatever that means. And what is this next stage? Tenzo prompted. He won't say, I'm not worthy yet or something. 3 tails' control is still impressive. You're almost as fast as Guy, and with his weights on, using 3 tails. 4 was blinding, though I couldn't gag it. Take the rest of the day to rest. Tomorrow we'll start refining your control of the tails. Naruto nodded, then turned to his sort of teacher in pity. The man was trying. He knew it. It's just he kept failing spectacularly. Hey Jiraiya-sama, want to go get something to eat? He asked. Jiraiya looked up hopefully, then grinned. Of course, Kaki. Fish, my treat. He slings the blunts over his right shoulder. Naruto groaned as his torn muscles and patches skin how. First though, let's pick up Angel from the apartment, Naruto said. Okay, but I'm only paying for you two. In the end, Naruto's familiars joined in as well. Hisoka sat lazily inhaling mass quantities of salmon while Akira chatted with a still bandaged Angel. I'm telling you. By the time we're through, you'll be the strongest Hellcat alive, Akira assured the young feline. Angel looked down at her casted leg. I was so weak. I couldn't do more than take out a few bugs while Naruto was still to take care of the queen by himself. Ever since she had woken up and discovered her partner had been left alone, the cat couldn't stand herself and her weakness. I agree, you are weak. Angel sputtered at this and everyone else, but Hisoka had jaw dropped. But that's why I'm here. You're looking at the number one assassin partner in my generation. With me by your side, you'll be kicking ass and taking names. Trust me. Hisoka rolled his eyes at this, but continued to eat. The kitten wouldn't learn or die trying. Hey Tho, why are you with Naruto now? I mean, Hellcats don't normally venture into the human world until they're 5 or 6 years old or older. You're only 2. Naruto perked his ears at this. He tried fishing information from Angel about her past, but aside from an occasional comparison of customs, he'd yet to uncover a sibridge about his partner. Angel shifted. It's in the past. Let's just say Konoha is my first home and leave it at that. Panther and Tiger share a look. Sure thing. Forget I asked. Now tell me, boxer or briefs? The 1-8 has Jiraiya letting out a boisterous laugh while Naruto gasped. Naruto? Oh, he veers. Naruto covered Angel's mouth. Keep quiet and we eat sushi tomorrow. Deal? Angel nods fast in glee. Akira, why do you want to know that anyway? Oh, the clan just wants to know a complete profile on our summoners for the history books. She says of her handily. And my underwear is important enough for historical records. Oh yes, the Toads parade around everything about their summoners, so we want to do the same next clans convention. Naruto's sweat dropped and Jiraiya interrupted. Clans convention? Huh, you didn't know. Akira sat in disbelief. Even Naruto looked a bit surprised. He was told about the clans convention before he returned. Well, it's basically where all the different clans that are allied together meet once a year to discuss treaties, world news, and generally brag about whose summoner is the best. So far, the Blasty Toads win because of you. But no more. When we announce we have Naruto as our summoner, all will bow before our greatness. She cackled slightly. Naruto cleared his throat. Jiraiya-sama can kill me with a single finger. Akira, I think I can make them bow before you yet. Jiraiya nodded along. No way his godson could one-up him yet. Details. Within a couple of years, you'll be the next Sanin of people, and the people will gossip, not of toads, slugs, or snakes, but of tigers and panthers. Naruto shook his head and let it go as he popped another fish in his mouth. Kakani, Angel suddenly exclaimed. Kakashi popped in and baited the cat away, who was caught by a glaring Naruto. Senpai, she's injured. He admonished. Kakashi waved his hand. Ma, my hand must have slipped. I hear you defeated a queen wasp spider. Oh, did you adopt more cats? The masked Jonin asked tightly. Nope. Kakashi relaxed. They're my summons, Kakashi-senpai. Meet Akira the panther and Hisoka the tiger. Kakashi dropped his book. But I wanted you to sign the dog contract, he whispered. Heh. Well, I was going to sign the Toads actually, but Akira kind of threatened me to become the first summoner of the joint clan. Kakashi turned his lone eye and glared at the panther. You stole my chance at a mini-me. He pointed an accusatory finger at her. Akira smirked. And if I did? What you gonna do, tough guy? She taunted. I'll show you, tough, what kind of panther is a peepsqueak. Oh, I'll have you know, my peepsqueak status is a family trait. My grandfather was famous for it, and his techniques. You wanna fight? Name a time and place. Guys, can't we just get along? He begged. When they ignored him, he banged his masked face on the table. Jiraiya had taken this opportunity to slip out, leaving the bill next to Naruto. Both him and Angel eyed the bill and did distaste. Bastards, let's see how he likes his favorite peeping spot, located told and none other to Kurenai-san. Cat and boy smirked at the same thought. Training ground salmon, felines versus canines, Akira announced. Come on, Naruto, let's go represent the clan. Be there in half an hour, Kakashi agreed. Naruto ground and Akira grew a tick mark. Oi, you come willingly or I'll show you the true meaning of pain. Somewhere in rain, a certain Uzumaki Rinnegan user sneezed. No need, I'll just lose though. Kakashi-senpai outclasses me, he pointed out, and they made their way towards the designated place for their little battle. Angel relaxed in his arms and would be sitting out of the fright. On their way there, they run into Hikaru. Chibi Kohai, Kakashi-senpai is finally back. I'm free as a bird. Hikaru cried. Let's go celebrate with the sacred woman. One, I'm too young for that stuff. You're legal and adult, remember? Who is technically on call and must stay sober, and I have a spar with Kakashi-senpai in a few minutes. It's cats versus dogs. And where is this spar? Training ground 7, why? He asked, but his older teammate was off in Ascension. Right. Nice talking to you too. Minutes later, training ground 7. Naruto was a bit shocked when he entered the training grounds to find not only Kakashi stretching, but at least 50 Johnnies and Anbus around with Hikaru taking bets. Even the Hokage was slipping some money, while Shira stood in the middle. Excellent. Witnesses to document his defeat, Akira says from atop. Hisoke, the tiger didn't show an ounce of enthusiasm for the fight, but then again Naruto suspected a lifetime supply of tuna wouldn't break the faked much. The clearing goes silent. Most moments later, Dragon appears next to Naruto and takes Angel. Win or you're on Konohamaru duty for a month. Dragon threatened. Naruto gulped, deciding then and there to get serious. He motioned for the referee. Jiraiya stepped forth and avoided Naruto's gaze. If he looks, he'd have seen the mischievous glint, though, as the blonde was looking forward to his revenge. This will be an all-out spar, without anything but killing and maiming and no QB chakra or Sharingan. The fight continued until one of the summoners are unable to fight or surrenders. Ready? Kakashi nods and pulls out a book in a bored fashion while Naruto stays still with multiple kunais in hands. Fight! The fighters sunshines further apart while Naruto throws the normal kunai near Kakashi using wind chakra to lengthen his range. They land around in what looks like a miss. Summoning jutsu, where the twin phrases, Naruto pumps as much chakra as he could outside of calling the bosses and Kakashi getting his usual pack out. When the smoke settles, Kakashi's dogs are growling and ready for battle, and Pakun shows none of his usual easiness. Naruto meanwhile was in the middle of about 10 panthers of various sizes and 5 tigers taller than his chin. The favorite to win in Kakashi-senpai, Dragon-sama, Hikaru commented from the sidelines. Dragon's eyes, his Yuga subordinate. Try, but Mouse will win, and thus make me a killing. Hikaru didn't bother to argue, just silently contemplated all the money he was going to make when his Kohai lost. Even Hikaru didn't stand a chance then again. As he saw Naruto among the mass of felines, he couldn't shake the feeling this judgment could be wrong. Naruto, why have you summoned my entire joint assassination force before training with us like planned? Isn't my granddaughter enough? Habiki questioned as he was in the middle of paperwork when he felt the pull. My apologies, Hibiki-sama. But Akira wants us to beat Kakashi-senpai and his dog summons. I don't stand a chance alone, Naruto explained. Habiki turned his gaze to the Jonin and dogs. Very well. Listen up, every cat. Let's show these mutts who's boss. All the assembled felines crouch down and he whispers the plan to Naruto and the others before raising his voice. Now, attack! Immediately 3 of the small panthers got in a triangular formation at the center, cast a genjutsu, the other darting forward in an interlock pattern, weaving through the dog and sprung in a diamond formation. Naruto makes 30 clones who jump towards Kakashi. Ma, Naruto, I thought I taught you better than to jump in so quickly. He mocks while thumbing through his book with a single hand. He dispatched the clone with a deadly ease, barely paying attention to the boy. One clone begins throwing kunai, which Kakashi flings away while other land nears his feet. You'll have to try harder. I'm a jonin after all. Suddenly, Kakashi wasn't so confident when 3 of the kunai strew around randomly poofed to become 3 of the tigers. Shit. Why do they know the Kawarami? He grumbled and whipped through hand seals, far style, Fire Dragon Jutsu, and a dragon of flame rises up and roars before it hits the tigers head on. Naruto's going to kill me. I killed his summons. I thought they'd dodge. Kakashi freaked out as he saw the burnt to crisp. He felt reality wrapped though, and the tigers became nothing more than wisp of air. With Naruto clones were all the kunai were, though Kakashi realized they must have been henjied. Even his dogs were tied up with wires from the tigers and several panthers. This would have been a problem except his Panther familiar, Akira clutched his precious pre-released Uchiha from a safe distance with explosive notes attached. The real Naruto stood next with a familiar handstyle. Boys, give up Kakashi-sensei or your signed copy goes boom, and you'll have wait a month for the actual book to come out as Shirasama gave out the others. The blonde taunted. Kakashi instantly dropped. I concede. Give me back my precious, he demanded as the other Anbu and Johnny's sweat dropped. Winner, Naruto and the felines, Jiraiya announced. Now give back his literature. The clearing was silent. That Naruto, a rookie, was able to beat the copy ninja no matter how underhanded. Sure thing. Check your pouch, Naruto suggested as the book disappeared in the smoke. Kakashi gaped as he reached inside and did indeed feel his precious safely on his person. You tricked me! He pointed a shaky finger at Naruto, who just gave a victory sign. Why, of course, I am a ninja. You were so cocky that you didn't notice the three cats that hung back to hit you with a genjutsu that first made you not notice your dogs, and the second one that led you to believe my tigers were attacking. The kunai I threw were a mixture of real and henji shadow clones. To throw you off, I let down your guard. It worked, as I won. I couldn't knock you out, but threatening you into submission? That I can do. Kakashi hugged his book before leaving in an embarrassed manner, glad that guy wasn't there. Tell me, we have that on tape, Hikaru announced. After the copy ninja left, Anko held a video camera high in air. Every last second of it, sneakers were heard throughout the crowd. Now pay up, Hikaru. I bet on Kakashi losing. So, where's my money? It was then most ninja realized they lost a fair amount of cash, all except Dragon. The Hokage, Anko, and Genma. Tenzo, standing off to the side, shook his head as they reacted with various degrees of melancholy. Genma snorted at his fellows. Didn't you guys learn? Never bet against Naruto. It wouldn't end well. Yeah, but he was going against Sharingan freaking Kakashi. How are we supposed to know he tries something like that? One random Jonin cried indignantly. Naruto, who had just finished bowing and thanking his summoners, walked over. Oh, I don't know, maybe because I was a master at pranks and my traps are top-notch. Naruto was shaking his head at the stupidity of them betting on a spar. Even more as so Akira's insistence on winning. He takes Angel from Dragon, who was holding a sack of money. Excellent, Mouse. I won't have to give you Konohamaru duty for a month. He praised Naruto relaxed. Unfortunately, I don't have a punching bag tonight for my workout, and you just proved you can take on Kakashi. Let's go. What? No fair! It was luck I won, and I just got through training with my captain. Naruto begged, only for Dragon to wag his finger. Oh? What's this? You volunteer to spar with me every night this week? How kind of you, Mouse? Naruto got the message and shut up. The other Anbus in various degrees of vindictive pleasure after losing money. Then, let's go. Bruises won't form themselves. Meanwhile, a certain Sanin was in the doghouse as he and Tenzo were giving reports to the Hokage in the office. Jiraiya, I know you're worried about the Sakatsuki group, but messing with the seal isn't the answer. Saruto bitched, though he himself was tempted to allow it. Konoha had dark days ahead, and a full-trained Jinchuriki would act as an effective war changer and deterrent, even if most his time would be spent with his Anbu squad. However, messing with a seal not even Jiraiya understood fully would be foolish, but best to wait and see what Naruto and Kurama would agree on while mastering his current output. Tenzo, you and Jiraiya will continue Naruto's Jinchuriki training as planned, while the Kumo spies attempts to find out from the Hachibi Jinchuriki about his training. So far, he just let slip something about beating your darkness, but nothing specific. With any luck, I'll be able to neg. Yes, Sensei, Hokage-sama. The duo bowed together and left, leaving Saruto to his thoughts. He felt a familiar presence, and a man he both trusted and didn't trust hobbled through the door. Danzo, right on time. What's your update? The one-eyed mummy looked grave as he sat down. Orochimaru has agreed to give me the Hokage seat if I agree to pass on counsel and war intel while holding Root back during the invasion. It is as we feared. Suna and Noto are now official allies and will be striking the third stage with their Jinchuriki. I suggest we assassinate the boy now and no, if Konoha struck first beyond what we're doing and gets caught, we'll be unable to call on new allies. Kumo is meeting with me next week to discuss an alliance against the Suna Auto plan. but I doubt they risk it if they caught a whiff of murdering a Jinchuriki before Suna betrays us officially. Sarada, besides, as his old rival's disappointed look and decided to give him some good news. On the brighter side, however, I am assigning Anbu to take out Suna's next shipment of weapons and bring them to us. They lay on the land of birds for their kunais and shurikens of all size. Sources claims next week they'd be sending the normal C rank to escort the caravan. If Konoha steal their supplies, it will hinder them for the exams and give Konoha the needed boost. Yes, no survivors will be left either. Since they are preparing for a war, their shipment is larger than normal, enough to outfit most of our shinobi. And they say you're going soft, Hiruzen. Tell me though, is it true Iwa is sending 3 teams? Danzo asked. It would not end in their favor if Oniki was able to watch the finals. Yes, unfortunately I abhor having to rely on your route that I ordered disbanded, but I asked, do you have any route teams capable of preventing Eva from advancing past the second round? Danzo looked shocked at the blatant request, but nodded. I have 6 teams ready. Will they be able to take out the Kiri team that is coming? Yes, I want only Konoha, Oto and Suna in the finals. Having the 2 enemy Kages where I can't motion them will give us a better chance. Yes, very well then. Here is a mission for Kabuto that will allow him to overhear the Chunin patrol schedule for the exams. Not that we won't alter it, of course. Thank you, old friend. But even if we know everything about my old student schemes, those old bones might not be able to weather the storms ahead. Danzo said nothing and got up, leaving without a glance back. You're right, old monkey. We're both frail, but I won't let Konoha remain weak like this. After you're gone, the great tree will rise from its ashes, plans of his betrayal towards both his allies in mind. The Warhawk made his way home. However, Sarutobi was not blind, and he knew his rival all too well, Danzo. On one way or another, you will die after Orochimaru is taken care of. I only hope I can be there to do it. It's the least I can do after my failures. The Hokage took another drag on his pipe and gazed at a certain seal carved on his desk, praying he'd be able to activate it before he died. With Kabuto Yakushi hadn't survived as a spy for so long without picking up the snippets of intelligence from conversations. That's why on the routine hospital supply run, the trader was careful to channel chakra to his ears at all times as he passed groups of Chunins. Chunins, the group's gossip corps. They were known to spread every shred of intelligence amongst their ranks without thinking and were known to let the tongue slip while Kabuto was in hearing range. And to switch the guards rotation, wasn't the zigzag pattern bad enough? I know, man. Now I have to memorize the figure 8 pattern. Damn tuning exams. Why do we have to switch it up? For the foreigners, Kabuto smirked and continued on his way. Stupid tuning. Now he knew what to ask Danzo, or better yet, just break into the tuning archives. No wonder his master wasn't afraid of Konoha's finding out. The tuning disappeared around the corner before poofing away, revealing 2 Anbu's agents silently congratulating themselves on their way back to HQ. Next morning, Naruto's apartment. Naruto grumbled and winced at his stiff muscles while stumbling to his door that rang at 5 in the morning. If something's not on fire, my intruder is dead. Opening the door with his kunai in hand, ninja are paranoid after all. Naruto blinked at his visitor. Ferret-senpai. What a surprise, he said blandly. Ferret was a honey-colored male in his late 20s, known to be stuck-up and rarely gave Naruto 2 glances. To see the masked man shifting uncomfortably in his doorway just didn't sit well with him. Okay, who died? Mouse, I have a favor to ask. Naruto eyed him and let the man in, activating his newly installed privacy seals 2.0. His last line of defense against Guy late-night shower operas. The bushy-brow man had no sense of key or tone. At 5 in the morning? Yes, it's about a long-term mission with the Kurama girl. I was tasked with a mission that requires my use of speed and genjutsu. Dragon-sama told me you were village-bound for a few more weeks, so babysitting a brat shouldn't be a problem. I'll only be gone a week. Naruto mentally cursed his commander, but on the outside just nodded. I take it I'm to spend the week at the location Who else is on the detail? Ferret visibly relaxed at his willingness. Two medic nins. The girl stays in her room most of the days, and I usually am able to train during her daily medical checkups. Dragon-sama wanted you to have this scroll with his specifics. Naruto accepted the red mission scroll and waved his senpai away in an annoying swirl of leaves. The older Anbu was gone. Damn, why doesn't more ninja learn to use Senshin without tails? Reading the scroll had him snort. So the girl can't use chakra, they claim, and she's too sick to run off. Wow, what a boring job. At least Jiraiya-sama and Tenzo will be stopping by to help me channel Kurama's chakra to a single part of my body. Hey Kurama, the girl we're guarding shares your name. Whatever, leave me be. Eh? What got you grumpy? Why couldn't he be like father? He's like every other human, filled with darkness. He's unworthy of my power, or more power. Kurama closed the connection. He was wrong to get his hopes up. If Naruto's inability to conquer Four Tails was an indication, no human is without darkness, not since father. Sighing at his tentative friend mood, Naruto gathered up his gear and overnight supplies. Angel was still sleeping when the blonde sealed up his Funjutsu scrolls. He still had 50 prisoner scrolls to make. Angel, time to get up. We have a mission. He probed his partner, who just rolled over. Go away, Naruto. Stupid mission. I can't walk far yet. It's for a week, and we'll work on Genjutsu. She still didn't move. If you don't come, I'll let Hikaru watch you up again. That got the cat up, and she was already clambering on his leg. With a laugh, Naruto picked up his partner, locking his apartment up tight for the week and leaving Hikaru a note to feed his plants and eat his food. If only he knew how to make a cold storage seal for food. Where are we going? The cat asked as Naruto combined Senshin and burst of speed to make their way towards the mountains. He smirked under his mask. Angel was so curious once she woke up. Just a private home of a member of the Kurama clan. Angel started drooling. As in the Genjutsu clan? Yes, but her powers are supposedly sealed, so don't bug her about it, okay? He hardened his voice a bit to get his point across. Angel puffed her cheeks and settled on his shoulders. Got it. Did you bring my tuna salad cans? All 50 of them. Naruto assured her. She preened. Good. At the Kurama place, an hour later. We weren't expecting you for at least another hour or two. I'm Dante, and this is Ryo. One of the medic nins greeted from the house front door. His fellow ninja, Ryo, bowed, looking exactly like his associate but with brown eyes, while Dante had black eyes. Oh, sorry, but I'm just quirk, I guess. I'm Mouse, and this is Angel. Naruto rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Dante eyed him. It's been a while since I was in the village. I didn't know there was an anbu so short or young. I'm probably able to guard Yakumo Kurama, I assure you. Naruto spoke stiffly. Dante blushed in embarrassment. Excuse my rudeness. I'm sure you're more than strong enough. Anyway, let me introduce you to Yakumo. She's in her room. Upstairs, Dante knocked on a door with various seals that would let them know who entered and who left. Not hearing a reply, Dante looked unapologetic before entering. Naruto closed on his heels. Inside was a girl around Naruto's age, painting a picture of Kurona Yuhi with light going through her chest. Slightly uneased, he pushed on as he heard his name, and Mouse, with his ninja cat, will be taking Ferret's place for the week. Yakumo-chan, look at people when they're talking to you, please. Yakumo scoffed but complied. She eyed Naruto, who was shorter than her. He doesn't look like much. Whatever, another warden in my prison. Yakumo-chan, I assure you he's not a warden. We're here for your own good. Now, why not come outside your room for breakfast? No thanks, was her curt reply. I'll start making rounds. Naruto told Dante, whom he pitied. The medic looked embarrassed at the first meeting and nodded. Angel, stay with Yakumo-san and let me know if anything happens. Angel sneers but let Naruto set her down on a pillow. If you like, I could help heal her leg some more. Dante offered. Naruto grinned beneath his mask. That would be appreciated. Angel, behave. The Hellcat wrinkled her nose again. Fine, Mouse. Walking outside to create a patrol routine for Naruto and his clones, Naruto hid his amusement when his chakra-less ears heard Angel's failed attempts to start a conversation. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this part of, guys. I hope you like this one. And if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, I will be doing what I told, and I promise I will see through it. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out. Peace.